I'm live here with my Downey Wrinkle release, by the way. I'm going to be doing a costume change in a little bit. God.
I got some cleaning up to do here still, man. I got to get rid of some stuff.
Can't have any wardrobe malfunction, Mike.
Yeah, I've got like 3 dress shirts and 3 pairs of slacks. I don't know what I'm going to wear because I'm in town for a big meeting at work.
Oh.
And have a couple of client meetings as well after that big meeting. J. Alexander Steakhouse. It's always nice when you get a free steak there, Fernandez.
Oh wow! Hey, nothing better than free, bro.
There we go. The Nestios are in the house. Sam Salinas, Charlie Hernandez.
What up?
Jonathan Perez. We have Albert Lopez joining us.
Lopez, man? What's up, big dog? Appreciate all of you guys. Special shout out to Albert Lopez. They're always ready, man. That's what makes this show what it is. Is those folks in the chat, man.
Yeah, Matt.
Yep. Nestor Drummer's there.
Yeah,
JB Perez. Yep. Hey, that's that Carter Bryant, baby. I got that fresh Carter. Welcome to the Carter.
Matt Gomez. I couldn't even say his name, dude.
Nestor Drummer? Yeah. Gina took a hard L. Yeah, you love to see it, baby. To see it, baby.
Hey, we're gonna talk about that brother. We're gonna talk about that brother wearing the Memphis Grizzlies hat, dude.
Oh my god! You know,
bro.
There was so many characters. The Memphis Grizzly guy, the guy that called the Spurs the Sours. The priest. Oh man,
they had somebody speaking up there también, that they come to San Antonio for the margaritas,
for the tacos and the river walk.
Yeah. Bro, down, hey, we do come for some margaritas, but with the Spurs, baby. So where the dreams don't fade from the river walk nights to the Alamo shade, we rise together through the highs and the lows. Area 210, it's the life that we chose.
Good morning, San Antonio. Good morning, South Texas. This is the Area 210 podcast. My name is Mike Jimenez. We're joined by Joe Garcia, my co-host, and Fernandez right there in the middle, coming at us from San Diego, California, United States Marine Corps retired. I'm in studio for the first time in a while. Gentlemen, good morning. In the flesh. It is Friday, and what, gentlemen? We don't
give a damn.
Give a damn. Time for the jingle, baby.
But Fernandez, what is it? Good morning to Spurs fans and Spurs fans only. No?
Oh man, good morning to everybody except Gina Ortiz-Jones.
I know Chris Gonzalez on our chat, powered by PF Chang's La Cantera, says, "What is the mayor's name? Beat." What she's gonna be in a few years? Gone. Yep. But let's play the jingle, baby. It's Friday. We know what we want to hear.
Yeah, it's Friday, and what? It's Friday, and I'm broke.
Oh, it's Friday, and I'm broke. My check better not be short.
Hey,
it's Friday. We don't give a damn.
They should have played that at the city council yesterday.
The mimosas are in the house.
The mimosas are flowing.
My man purse is in the car right now.
The satchel?
Mm-hmm.
The satchel. No, I actually left that, but I did bring the backpack.
Yep.
I'm in San Antonio for a meeting. Going to be at J Prime Steakhouse in a little bit, or J Alexander is what it's called. Never been there, man. So I got to go check that out, but I'll be there for lunch today. Excited. So I have my clothes back here that I got to change into. So I'll be on for about an hour or so. Fernandez and Joe will land the plane, go until about 11:30 today as we talk sports, pop culture, nostalgia. Yesterday was probably the most watched city council meeting in years. Man. I mean, I knew so many people who were tuning in on the live stream on KSAT, WOAI, the Express News, on the live stream, watching for 5 hours.
You know what? If they would have charged everybody $1, they could have fixed the pothole problem in the
city. So there were literally hundreds of people, right? There was like a couple hundred people who I think went up there to go speak or signed up to speak. Maybe only about 100 went up there to talk.
108 signed up, but yeah.
And, it was funny because when you look at what they were saying up there, dude, the people that were going up there opposing Project Marvel all had something in common, Joe. They weren't going to go to the games to begin with.
They're old. You know what was funny? I was just talking with Rick about this off air, dude. One of the funniest things that we heard was the padre, the priest. Yeah. Oh, I can't afford to go. I never go to a game anyway because I can't afford it. No mames way. When they pass that collection plate, I know the $20 in that plate, bro.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
And what's that? How is that even a rationale for not wanting Project Marvel? Because I can't benefit from it because I'm not going to go. You can't go. That's like me boycotting the Ferrari dealership because I can't afford a Ferrari.
Hey, real talk though, me and Rick were talking about this, and we're being real, man. We're not being mean or anything to people, but if you want to go to a Spurs game, you can go for like $20, depending on who they're playing, right?
Or make more money.
Make more money. But this is where I'm going with that. Even the Spurs have said they're going to have tickets at the new arena that they're going to offer to the residents of San Antonio at a reduced cost, probably like $20-something.
Yeah, gonna be hanging like a bat, on looking down.
But you're right, Mike. But it's going to the game,
right,
and,
Rick?
in all seriousness, and I tweeted this yesterday, and people didn't like it, but I am tired of the narrative that it's too expensive to go to Spurs games because, okay, if you do it the way we do it, where you sit down there and you stack cups and all that, and you take your girl and you buy her drinks, and yes, it can get expensive. Trust me, I know that. I know that. There's no one that needs to tell me how expensive a Spurs game can get. Trust you me, I know. Now, when I was younger and my kids were younger and I didn't have a lot of money, bro, we would go to the nosebleed seats. We would go to the fan zone. We'd go to the fan zone. I'd buy a popcorn and a soda for them, and then I maybe have a beer or something, bro. But I know it's crazy to sound that there was a time where that was me at a Spurs game, but there's ways to do it that's affordable. You could park in Southtown. You could park in free areas and walk or Uber. Like, there's ways to do it. So I'm just it's people say that all the time, like, oh, well, the fans aren't, are priced out or whatever. Again, yeah, it might be the nosebleed section, it might be way up there, but like you can still go and you can still be part of it. It's just a matter of there's a way to do it.
And you know what? The people that lined up, okay, handful of people saying they can't afford to go. So what? The other ones who are like, well, we can use this money for other things. And the answer is no. The Spurs are not going to pump in $2 billion to fix potholes on the west side and the east side. The state's not going to match money. The county's not going to put money towards the west side and the east side to fix potholes, to fix sidewalks, or help with poverty. When Gina Ortiz-Jones, the new mayor of San Antonio, came out and said this is a poverty issue, what the F are you talking about? This has nothing to do with because it's not the same budget. The budget that you have for CPS and SAW is different than you have for other things. And as Peter J. Holt said, this money can only be used for one thing, for an entertainment district. It can only be used for downtown. It can only be used for certain things. That hotel motel tax, you can't divert that to the poor. You can't divert that to anything else. So Gina Ortiz-Jones is an outright MFing liar to tell people otherwise. Or have them, or not correct them, because if she doesn't correct them when they say that, then she's just basically lying in a different way.
Yeah. So
by omission, you're lying by omission.
Yeah. Right. What if Project Marvel doesn't go through and they have all that money? What did the constituents here in the city think it's going to happen? It's going to go right back into other funds? No,
it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
Right.
Exactly.
It doesn't exist.
You're right, Mike, and I'm glad you said that because, man, I know everybody was heated yesterday. It was a lot. It was actually fun. It was a really fun day on Twitter yesterday with everything that was going on. There was a lot of back and forth, and you're right. I think they want to make it into a poverty versus Spurs arena thing. Like you said, it's not that, but that's gonna pull the heartstrings of a lot of people. That's gonna resonate with a lot of people when you make it seem like, well, this money can go somewhere else, like you said, Mike. And it's like I call it lying by omission. She's not saying it, but she's not denying it. She's letting people run with it, right? And so when you're not, like you said, she's all about facts. She should say facts. She should tell people, hold on. You guys that are worried about the poverty and all that, this money can go to that. Right? Like she should say that, right? But she's not going to say that because that's the biggest argument against this whole project.
And the people who were speaking out there in favor of Project Marvel didn't say that. They didn't come out and say, all of you hooting and hollering for Gina Ortiz-Jones, talking about it's a poverty issue and all that stuff, that she's lying to you, that this money cannot be used for that. The only one who said that was Peter J. Holt, right? But the record scratch happened around 12:30 yesterday, which was amazing. About 2.5 hours in, one of the ones who was allowed to speak was a former NBA star, former Spurs star, Spurs legend, who Gina Ortiz-Jones could not identify by name the first time she
Mr.
saw him.
Number 32.
Called him Mr. Number 32.
La Mensa.
Talking about Sean Elliott, his jersey hangs in the rafters there at the Frost Bank Center. He took to the podium for about 4 minutes or so and had a great speech where he was talking about the importance of the Spurs to our community, the importance of the city of San Antonio to the players, and how it's a symbiotic relationship where they love each other. San Antonio loves the Spurs, and the Spurs love San Antonio back. Let's hear from Spurs legend, first-round draft pick from 1989, Sean Elliott, speaking to the city council and the mayor.
It's courtesy of KSAT 12.
Courtesy of KSAT 12.
And there's a reason that so many of us stay here. David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, George the Iceman Gervin. They're all legends. They could live anywhere they want, but they laid down roots right here in San Antonio. And I did too, because there's a special bond here between the team, the city, and its people. It's special. But it's not just about basketball. Over the last 3 decades, I've watched San Antonio grow into one of the most dynamic, diverse, and welcoming cities in the entire nation. From our military presence, to our thriving small businesses, to our incredibly rich cultural traditions like Fiesta that make us so unique. We are a city on the rise. We saw that earlier with our culinary chefs. This gives us a chance to really soar. And that's why Project Marvel matters. It's more than just a new arena. It's an investment in our city's future. It will help San Antonio step out of the shadows of other Texas cities and assume its rightful place as the #1 city in Texas.
God bless Sean Elliott for that statement there. He spoke for 4 minutes and basically took a blowtorch to Gina Ortiz-Jones and her arguments.
Look at Chris
the
Gonzalez.
The vote, number 32, hit another Memorial Day miracle.
From three.
It put it into context here because even Bill Land, former Spurs announcer Bill Land, said that Sean Elliott should run for mayor at this point. But it put it all together in those 4 minutes there. That should be the commercial for the Spurs, is showing the sound clip of Sean Elliott talking about this, going about how part of the community, how deep in the community the Spurs are. They're just not an NBA franchise. They're deep in the community where they go out there and they do the Wounded Warriors Project, how they do things with veterans, how they do things with the military, how they do things with schools and stay in school programs, stay off of drug programs, how they host charity events, how they donate to charity. And he was saying that, when you try to find out the cost of the Spurs or what they value, they bring to the Spurs, he says you can't measure it. You can't measure the lives that they've changed. You can't measure the charity that they've done and the good that has happened because of it. You cannot measure the amount of love and the amount of things that this brings together, because this is not a left issue or a right issue. This is not a MAGA issue and a far left issue. This is a San Antonio issue, and this brings together Spurs fans, because here's the thing. There's very few things that unite the city of San Antonio. San Antonio is very segregated. San Antonio is also very political. But the one thing that unites the city of San Antonio is the Spurs.
Let's go like this, Mike. If it wasn't for the San Antonio Spurs and them winning a championship and putting together a world-class team and putting San Antonio on the map and drawing so much attention, right? So much so that what happened? They were able to host an NBA All-Star game, All-Star weekend, right?
Right.
And because of that, what did it do? It paved the way for what? Final Four appearances, right? So they can come out here and showcase the city. Everybody loves San Antonio. It's a destination now for tourism. People like to come here because they love the city. They like the people. They like how it feels like a small city, but it's a big city, right? Small city feel. There's a lot of things. San Antonio, for it being small-minded, they say it's small-minded, small market mentality. It's welcoming. That's the one thing that San Antonio has for it, right? And there's things to do here too. If you're a family, it's a very sought-after destination in that regard.
There are some people, Joe, who don't want the city of San Antonio to evolve.
And we saw some of them talking. They want to keep us in the Stone Age because they're like, this is our city. We want to keep it quiet. We want to keep it the way it is. It's not broken. But you know what that mentality is going to tell you? You're never going to be able to move forward with progress. You're going to be stuck. You're never going to be able to obtain those big venues that other cities get because you're not wanting to go ahead and progress.
Now, I'm not trying to be elitist about this,
Yeah.
but why is it that everybody who spoke against Project Marvel
Certain age, bro.
was dressed in a certain way?
They're a certain age.
They were dressed not to impress.
Yeah.
I did not see one business leader.
Oh, no.
You know what? I mean, what I do for a living, I did not see one person speak against Project Marvel that I would ever have had as a client.
No.
You know, and they were all dressed in t-shirts. They're speaking in front of city council, knowing that the media and all that's gonna be there, hair undone, dressed worse than Gina Ortiz Jones, which I didn't think was possible. And I'm sorry, but it's just like which direction do we want the city to go in?
Yeah.
The direction of visionaries, the direction of advancement of building a business district, or to the gripes of those who I said had sour grapes. I said that on Twitter.
Yeah.
That those who are opposed to Project Marvel have sour grapes. That's why District 5 and District 2 are against it. The two poorest districts in town are against it because, you know, what does it benefit us? What does it benefit us? You know what? They provide jobs. That's what Project Marvel will do. It'll provide jobs. And you know what? They're going to provide good jobs, good paying jobs, because the people who work at the Pearl can see that. This is the Pearl times 100 is what we're looking at here. And it's about the future. It's like the future that Fernandez is wearing on his chest right now.
Yeah.
Carter Bryant jersey, baby, number 11. Love it, baby, love it. But again, the vote passed 7-4. Well, Gina's motion to stall it and to pump the brakes on it failed 4-7. Moments later, the vote to move forward won 7-4. Gina Ortiz Jones waved the white flag, and at this point, coming out on social media, coming out on interviews, saying that maybe we'll stall the bond vote. Maybe we'll stall this and that. She's going to try to hold on to this as much as she can. And you know what? I cannot wait, because the election's in November, right? I cannot wait to be, because the Spurs season starting earlier and earlier. It used to start the first week of November, and then it was like Halloween night, and now it's like October 23rd, I believe.
Yeah,
this year.
the week.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is
22nd.
a week and a half of Spurs games before the election. And I want the crowd to be chanting, "Fire Gina."
Yeah.
The entire
Let's
time.
start the chant. Let's start the
Start
chant,
the
baby.
chant,
Let's start
And
the chant, baby.
let everybody know at that stadium, because not a lot of people vote in San Antonio elections. What was like 10% voted last mayoral election that she
Yeah.
won. You can just make the news, make the waves at the arena, kind of like all-star fan voting, you know, for the fan voting for the All-Stars. Get it going that week and a half leading up to the election. Get people riled up. It's important for San Antonio to have Project Marvel to advance, because Fernandez and I, and so has Joe, but Fernandez and I have gone to a lot of sporting events outside of San Antonio.
Yeah.
I've been to Philadelphia. So Gina Ortiz Jones talking about the study that was done with Philadelphia. Peter J. Holt saying, "Oh, by the way, that same review that you love, that you cite from Philadelphia, was done by the ones who did ours."
Yeah. CSL.
Right? Which is kind of weird. It's like, you know, just kind of weird. But I've been to that Philadelphia complex. Most recently, I was at the Charlotte one. I walked all up and down Charlotte.
Yeah.
I walked up and down Houston. The only one that has like a bad sports district is Houston, oddly enough.
Yeah.
What is formerly Minute Maid and Toyota and NRG are all separate from each other. And I guess Toyota has the closest thing to a sports district, but it's far away. It's kind of like not like not the Frostbank Center that's far away from everything else, but it's like a 1.5 mile walk to get to where you want to go in Houston, to get to where you want to go,
Versus everything being in close proximity.
exactly.
Yeah.
But that 4 minutes of Sean Elliott might have turned the tide,
Yeah.
because you know what? There were a lot of people, I hate to say this, Fernandez, who might have been leaning towards Gina Ortiz Jones. And I think the one thing that she did yesterday in front of everyone's eyes was, she tried to call out Peter J. Holt, surprising him by asking him to come up. And then Sean Elliott with the alley-oop and just dunking on her.
Yeah, this is courtesy of Matt Gomez.
Yeah, I saw this online. All talk, no power. Barbie
Dismissive,
Mayer.
divisive remarks. Unity means my way.
Mhm.
You know what? We do have
you got some super chats, Joe.
Yeah, we got some super chats we got to address, Mike. So here we go.
Money talk. Here comes the money.
There you go. This one's from Sam Salinas, Mike.
$5 super chat. Thank you for the support there. Sam says Sean Elliott basically told her, while you bailed on SA for DC, ballers like us made a life and home here, and we're loved here, unlike you. So shut the F up, Gina. Joe, that shirt we need to make, Joe.
Shut up, Gina.
Instead of we,
Shut up, Gina.
it's you. It's shut up, Gina. Can you imagine just walking into the Frost Bank Center with a shut up Gina shirt? The number of people who will come and shake your hands, the number of people who would do that.
Something with the Spurs colors though, right? Kind of put some kind of theme to it, like a color scheme or whatnot. I want to wear the shut up Gina on opening night, bro. We got the 26th or 20.
Yeah, the first two games are on the road.
The first two games are on the road. Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm planning a mini road trip, bro. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna hit Dallas, and I'm gonna hit New Orleans, and I'm gonna end with coming back to SA for the opener, bro. I think I'm gonna do it. I've looked at tickets. Nice. I've mapped it out.
There we go. Another $5 incoming super chat.
Welcome back, Drew.
This is the Drew Show.
Says Gina lost. Ha ha. Mike, quote, stop lying about Gina. Taylor is in hiding. Ha 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 ha. Long series of L's with Mike starting to quit the radio gig on purpose.
He's talking about Mike Taylor.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
sorry.
He's referring to the support that the staunch support that Mike Taylor has shown for Gina. I believe that's what he's referring to.
Yeah, well, I mean, I follow. It's a weird hill to try to die on.
Yeah,
you know, that you're willing to put that on, because I am not taking the take that I have right here, trying to gain favor. If you know me personally, if you know me, you're probably going to like me. But if you know me as just somebody who does a podcast or has done radio in the past, I kind of say what comes to my mind, whether it's right or wrong. And sometimes I put my foot in my mouth. But I'm not saying that I support Project Marvel because I'm trying to gain favor with anybody. I'm not saying it because I'm trying to gain favor. You see people like Mike Taylor wanting to pump the brakes on it. Our good friend Carolina Teague is very skeptical about it. There's other media members in sports that are skeptical about it.
I just had a good discussion with her yesterday about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at this whole project because I love the Spurs. I am a diehard Spurs fan. There's no other franchise I've loved more in my entire life than the Spurs. I remember being misty-eyed and crying back in 1999, the last game at the Alamo Dome with my friends. As this, we knew that it wasn't coming back. We knew the Spurs were going to take that game in the series against the Knicks in New York.
You wanted to take the blue curtain.
Yeah. I remember where I was when I was with Steve Spriester, right? Who's just retiring from KSAT. When the Spurs won the lottery, we were in the feed room at KSAT and we started jumping up and down going, we got Duncan. We ran around the newsroom all excited. I took my dad to the stadium in Houston to get into the 8th row. He had never been so close to the court. And we're wearing Spurs jerseys in Houston. I love this team. And believe it or not, I love the city as well.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like one of those things where I don't want any, kind of like families and friends. You can talk bad about your family and friends sometimes, but no one else better not.
Yeah.
Okay.
we can talk bad and bag on Jimenez, but somebody else better not. That ain't in our circle.
Yeah,
that's exactly it. And
right,
it's like that was
all love. It's all love. We all bag on Mike and we give him shit, but let an outsider say something about Mike. You know, we got his back.
Me bagging on San Antonio is because I want San Antonio to be better, not because I want San Antonio to be worse. These aren't the Dallas Cowboys. I want the Cowboys to lose. I don't want San Antonio to lose. I want San Antonio, as Peter J. Holt said, to have an entertainment district that is worthy of the city of San Antonio so that San Antonio doesn't fall behind. Because whether you want to admit it or not, San Antonio has fallen behind Austin, Dallas, and Houston, not just by a little bit, but a lot of it.
You know what? The only thing that my only gripe about Project Marvel is they also didn't include a light rail system in that.
Yeah, and that could be a phase 3 or 4 of
I think that's a down the line thing. Yeah,
that's a possibility.
Because that would be nice. It would be nice.
Do you know who else needs to galvanize support for this?
No.
Imagine how this benefits not only the Spurs and downtown businesses and restaurants and the Riverwalk and the hotels and the convention center and all that stuff. But the one entity that needs to stand up and go, you do realize this is going to help us, right? Is UTSA football.
That's true enough.
UTSA football needs to come out and say, hey, we're part of this. Because we're not going to have an
they're gonna benefit from that.
stadium.
Yeah.
We're going to benefit from this. And we're going to be, now people are going to look at our stadium and we're going to be able to attract the players, maybe even jump up into a better conference because of it. There's a lot riding on this beyond the Spurs. And Peter J. Holt said that. And Sean Elliott said that. This is more than just an arena. This is taking the city into a different direction. You have eloquently put it several times, Joe. And the first time you said it, I was jealous of you for coming up with the phrase and putting the parallel to the Hemisphere Arena to the World's Fair back in 1968. I wish I had said that first. But I'm glad that it was said on this podcast because someone need to hear it, and I need to find that clip because you've said it twice.
Yeah,
I need to find that clip and post it because those are powerful words. We need to shout down the people who don't want progress.
Yeah.
We need to shout down the people who don't want to take the city into a better and brighter future. And the fact of the matter is, Gina Ortiz-Jones has aligned herself with people who are never going to support Project Marvel. And I said this earlier this week. Show me who your friends are, and I'll show you who you are.
Yeah, she cleared out the old folks home. But you know what? Let's go back and repeat.
When the World's Fair was announced, right? Oh,
I lost you, Joe.
Let me get myself back.
Okay, well, we can still hear you.
Well, the thing that I was going to say is the problem was going back to history, when the World's Fair was a thing, right? And they were going to go ahead and build the Tower of Americas. How many people were opposed to that? You know?
You're right.
Progress. It's all about progress. Back then, you had people that were going to oppose that, right? Because they weren't happy with, for whatever reason, what was going on, right? They didn't want it to happen. But it did happen. And lo and behold, after it happened, the rest is history, right? Now, San Antonio became a destination, a showcase to show the world, right, on a world stage, what San Antonio has to offer, right? And then that was the beginning of progress, moving San Antonio from what it was, a quaint little town, to now a city. And now what they wanted to do is move it even more. You know, there's levels to the game, and this is going to be part of that. And we're going to look upon this in the past, right, years down the line now, and they're going to say, people were opposed to this while we're enjoying, you know, either eating, you know, dining, shopping, and having a great time and being like, you know what, this is what downtown San Antonio was to be from the get-go. And it's finally here.
Right. And the city of San Antonio needs to advance, needs to have those jobs, Joe. Needs to have, like you said, a reason to be downtown, because the only reason why a lot of people go downtown right now, Joe Fernandez, is why? Because we have family in town, they want to go to the Riverwalk, right? The Pearl has changed that. I went to Pullman Market the other day. I'd never been there before. I've heard of it.
It's really nice. So nice there. Yeah, it's really nice.
It was amazing. It felt like I was in a bigger and better city at that point.
Yeah, we do have a super chat.
Pullman Market's great. Going to the Pearl is great. It's a fantastic place to go. And Southtown is going to benefit from this whole area that they're developing, Project Marvel. And again, Gina Ortiz-Jones is going to try to do everything she can to try to stop it. But the fact of the matter is that she's powerless if we continue moving forward without her. As long as she has 6 votes against her, and last night she had 7, this keeps moving forward. We have a
hey, real quick.
Yeah.
Hold on. Like, a lot of people are having issues with all the audio. It's sounding real muffed. Like, it's a lot of people are having problems in the chat. We can kind of hear people, but it's muffed. I don't know what's going on.
Gotcha. Now
There you go. Now you're good. There you go.
Very nice.
Everybody was saying Joe's probably you know what? It was like the Forrest Gump thing where like you just said some profound shit that was like life changing, but nobody heard it. Nobody heard it because he pulled the fucking thing, you know.
By
You
the
know
way,
that
reminds me. I watched Forrest Gump again. I've seen that movie 100 times, and I watched it again a few days
Did
ago.
Chica ruin it for you again?
No, but I was thinking about it, man. The real villain in that movie is actually Forrest Gump, badgering
What?
people at a bus stop, talking to
No,
people who don't want
no,
to talk
the
to
villain
him.
is Jenny, bro. Come on, everybody knows that.
By the way,
I thought you were gonna say the real villain is Jenny. I was like, come on, that's not even like a revelation anymore. Like everybody knows that, man. Like
by the way, I had an intimate moment with Chica yesterday that we have never done before.
Oh god.
TMI, TMI,
It was very
Yeah.
intimate. It was
TMI,
one-on-one.
TMI,
It happened at her work.
TMI. HR.
Went to her
Don't play.
dental office, and Chica
Don't
cleaned
play.
my teeth.
Oh god.
Chica had me on.
Is clean your teeth like a new euphemism for something else?
Right.
She got me on the chair, reclined me
Yeah.
back,
Reclined you back, got the laughing gas in you, got you
told me to relax.
relax, got your mind all in a tizzy.
She'll do all the work.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Jeez.
all the work. So just lay back and enjoy it. Don't think about anything. Open your mouth. Like
do you want me to play music while I'm doing this?
Did you go over there and grab a little bit, Mike? You got a little handsy?
Hey, y'all need to like
hey.
role play. Y'all need to like role play like the sexy dental hygienist. You know what I mean? And like
Oh god.
have your own little thing going on. You know, we don't need to know
You
about
know.
it, but it's just
She gets hit on a lot by her patients, dude. They always
Oh,
ask her if
God.
she's single, dude. It's like she's like, no, I'm taken. But very, very nice, dude. It was fun.
Okay, and we got that.
hey, we
super
got
chat
to get to the
to.
super chats, man. We got a lot
Yeah,
of
Joe,
super chats that are
Joe, take
backed
this
up,
one.
bro.
So this one
Here comes the money.
incoming from Black Bucket. Thank you all so much for the super chats. We appreciate everybody and their support. He's saying Phoenix, Austin cities, he goes, like that have grown economically the last 30 years in ways San Antonio has not. We could have, and this could be a start to change that mentality, is what he's saying.
Phoenix is a cool city. If you've never gone out there, there's a lot going on there. It's a thriving area. And same thing, yeah, you walk out of that arena and you're in bars and restaurants and all that. But yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Phoenix is an amazing town, dude.
Yeah,
Arizona
absolutely.
State
I
out
love
there.
Phoenix.
You got
Yeah,
Scottsdale,
yeah.
got Tempe,
Yeah.
you got
Yeah.
all those areas out there. It's amazing. It's a great sports town. They got gambling, they got legalized weed.
Mhm.
What more do you want?
Phoenix is cool.
For a
Phoenix
party
is a
town?
cool city. Yeah, Phoenix is definitely a cool city. I definitely
Yeah.
recommend getting out there to a game. The arena's nice. Going to a Spurs and Suns game is a good time.
I love this comment. $5 super chat from the Drew Show saying, if Gina were mayor in the early 2000s, San Antonio would never have had the Toyota plant or the Pearl. Now look at the South Side. No more no-tells on Broadway.
Good point.
Again, I've always brought up the fact that they shut down the Fox Motel, which was a hooker hotel over there, the hourly rate.
Yeah. You
They
sound
shut
a
it
little,
down, and now you have the Pearl.
You sound a little
What'd he say?
brokenhearted about it, Mike. You know.
Well, I used to drive by it all the time, man. I used to work at KSAT, and you used to drive
I'm sure you
right by it to the station.
I'm sure you drove by it a lot.
Drew Show also says Gina is a lame duck, but the B word is going to go out like a Karen being removed from a bar, kicking and screaming and spitting all the way back to DC. In fact, Michael Carlos of the San Antonio Current, thank you so much for that super chat. I'm going to segue into that. Michael Carlos posted on Twitter yesterday that after the city council meeting, Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones says, quote, she will have to get back to us on whether she will take a public stance on the vote going on in November.
Somebody said I was
she-
wearing the Cochino. I'm sorry, real quick. Somebody said I was wearing
Yeah.
the Cochino Primo jersey. It's Carter,
Yeah.
bro. I don't know if you can see the back. I can't tell, but yeah, you're right. You know,
Yeah,
Michael
she got
Carlos,
liquor
man,
wounds.
hey, Michael Carlos, you know, real talk, our guy Puro, he's done a fantastic job covering all this. I'll give him that, man. I'll give him that. I'll be honest, man. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way at first when I first talked to him and I first kind of heard him. He seemed like he was carrying a water for Gina and kind of a pro Gina guy. But I'll be honest, man, when he interviewed her exclusively, he asked her the hard questions. He straight up asked her, you know, so
He did.
good on him, man. I like that guy, man. He's a cool dude. I think he's just like Mike Jimenez. He might rub you the wrong way, but eventually he'll warm up to you, you know.
Is he
and
Puro, though?
He's Puro. He's Puro. That's for damn sure. There's
Sure.
no questioning. There's no questioning that he's Puro. That's for sure. But no, man, I like that guy, man. He brings the you know, he brings it, man, and he says what might be unconventional, man. But Yeah, man. He's been kind of putting a lot out there throughout all this city council stuff, man. So shout out
Did
to
you
our guy,
see
man.
this?
Yeah. So yeah, Jake Avila of News 4 San Antonio says District 4 Councilman Edward Munguia clarifies that he is in fact not Spurs Jesus during city council comment on whether he approved the term sheet for a new arena. Thank you for your attention to this matter, Jake Avila says.
That's hilarious, dude. That's
He just
hilarious,
Spurs
man.
Jesus. Dude. If there's anything that's bad about San Antonio, it's this dude, man. Get this dude out. He needs his reign of terror needs to end.
Yeah.
It's
And
blasphemous, man.
you know what, man? He's been around for a long time. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. That's the Spurs Jesus. He's been around for a long time. I remember seeing him back in the day. I know he kind of ruffled feathers with people when he kind of was saying that he thought that the Spurs organization should like give him more like credit or like something like that. Like kind of like recognize him or something like that. I believe it was you know that guy from Toronto? He wears a turban.
Oh
He's always
yeah,
like
yeah.
right courtside or something like that. That guy, I don't know his name. I apologize, but he said something on social media years ago about how awesome it was that the Raptors have like basically officially named him like the super fan. You know what I mean? Like he's down there. I mean, I don't know what he does for a living, but he's got to have money because he's courtside, like every game, you know, you see him there. Um, so he said something about how DeRozan and some of the Raptors players really took to him and blah blah blah. And Spurs Jesus responded. It might have been on like Facebook or Instagram, I can't remember, but something along the lines of like, "Oh, the Spurs don't give me that kind of love, and I deserve to be recognized and all that." And that kind of rubbed people the wrong way. And I will say this, full disclosure, I've met him. I've not had a problem with him. He's been fine to me. He's been gracious to me. Didn't charge me to take a picture with him or anything like that. I know him. I mean, his son used to play with Steph's son, like hang out and play. Like we would see each other at the Pearl. I don't personally have an issue with him, and I understand a lot of people do, and I get how he can rub people the wrong way, and what I do think though, a lot of people kind of take to this like mean girl approach where, well, if somebody doesn't like them, so I don't like them too. Like I don't ever want to subscribe to that. Like
Right.
if everyone tells me like, hey, I don't like Mike Jimenez, he's a piece of shit, and I just follow what people tell me, and like now I don't like Mike Jimenez, even though I personally don't have a problem with him. I just don't really I don't know. I don't care for that. I'm my own man. I'll make my own decisions on who I like and who I don't like. Right? This ain't high school. This ain't cliques. This ain't
Not a gang
hey.
mentality, dude.
Yeah,
Because you
yeah,
have
yeah. And I
somebody
feel,
at the the helm
I
leading the
just
charge.
right. And I feel like a lot of people don't even know him and are like, oh, I don't like him because everyone else has told me not to like him. Now, if you met him and like Joe and Mike and you
I
know
met
him
him.
personally and you don't like him, you have your own reasons for not liking him. I get that. I'm not a fan of that like mean girl mentality of, well, if my friends don't like him, then I'm not allowed to like him or her either. That's
Yeah.
all. That's
Yeah,
all.
I know. I get that. To each his own. But you know what? There's things that I've experienced firsthand
Oh,
behind the scenes.
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I got my
Yeah.
reasons why. But we do have an incoming
Yeah.
super chat here from the Drew Show.
Yeah, saying that Taylor turned down a radio job that might have paid him six figures to go on YouTube in his 50s, saying that maybe he should have stuck with the radio, saying that he's showing his true DFW colors. Here's the thing about that, man. When Taylor stepped down, the rationale was he was going to be replacing me at Sports Star, and that might have actually been the case, but it didn't happen that way. But he was on this show and he was talking about the fact that the AM dial's dying, and Ticket 760 doesn't have an FM platform. It's Ticket 760. You know, San Antonio Sports Star, for example, which is owned by Alpha Media, has 94.1 FM. They also own 103.3 FM or 103.3
Yeah.
FM. They also own 1250 ESPN. So they have the ability to go back and forth. Dude, I have rented cars recently
No AM.
with no AM dial. My truck has no AM dial. So
Yeah.
so Taylor's saying that is a dying station
It's true. It's facts. Yeah.
because the AM dial's dying and they have no way to jump on the FM platform. had something to was part of the reason why he got out, and I can see that because there's no future. It reminds me of the movie Draft Day. Remember when the coach says, "You trade away our 3 first-round picks, there's no future."
Yeah.
And if you have no future, there's no reason to be there. So I can kind of see that. I have no idea what the salaries were. I knew how much money I made in radio, and I made decent money.
There's not any real money in radio though. Like if you're a professional, you're educated, you're probably going to make more money.
Part of the reason why
You know?
I think I got released from Sports Star, dude, and I got told this by someone that is very well known and is well known to everyone here, is that they said that they paid me too much. So that's why. But I didn't ask for a salary. I didn't ask for whatever. I just got paid what I got paid. And well, they actually asked me how much I wanted. I told them, and they said yes.
Yeah.
So why am I
There
being
you go.
punished?
Why you good? Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I didn't make these demands. Who was I to make a demand? I was just some dude on the weekend.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because then they started to look at it. They're like, "Well, you're making more than you probably should be making." And I'm like, "Well, I've
not
already
my fault.
I've already been making this for 2 years. You're gonna have me make a 40%. You asked me for a 40% pay cut because you guys were happy to pay me the last 2 years. I mean, it was kind of weird, the whole situation that went down. But the dynamics of it all, though, is YouTube, what we do and what Taylor does within the building. And now that they're doing things with KRIS TV in Corpus Christi, that's a unique way of doing things. We've been talking about the possibility of co-branding. We should probably revisit that. Maybe go to and you know, I know that we have to tone things down. I can't be as much of a dick as before. But you know, if you want to co-brand, you get to co-brand, you know.
Yeah. You can't be saying lewd things anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Joe,
gotta-
is there any super chats that we left out, Joe? Or are we straight?
Yeah, we got to get to the super chats here. They are incoming.
Here comes the money.
Says take the emotion out of it as Spurs fans. This is a great financial deal for the city and residents of San Antonio. Black Bucket.
Yeah.
You hit it.
Hitting it right,
you hit
hitting
it.
the nail
You hit
right
it on the head,
head.
bro. And I agree, man. I agree with emotion either which way. Like I know there's a lot of passion and emotion on both sides, but yeah, if you really just take the emotion out and look at it from, and you know, Mike's a finance guy. You know, I'm a finance guy for the military. Joe does a lot of intricate things for the military. So when you take emotion out of it and just look at it from a business standpoint, I don't see how you could say this is a bad deal for San Antonio. You know what I mean? I really don't, bro. I'm just saying, bro. And I got it. Of course, we're Spurs. People are gonna point to like, oh, you're a Spurs fan. That's why you're saying that. I mean, I can't prove.
Maybe
I can't.
maybe partly.
Yeah, I mean, we're all biased. We all. I mean, bro, that goes into a whole other conversation, bro. We all have mental biases, right? Like we gravitate and align towards people like us, whether it's racially, whether it's whether it's economically, whatever. Like you all, everybody has biases depending where you're from. If you're from Nebraska, if you met somebody from Nebraska, you'd be like, oh hell yeah, right? Like I mean, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So we all have these biases. So of course, as Spurs fans, we want the best for the Spurs fans and for the Spurs and all that. But even if you take that away, I don't think anybody can look at this and say it's a bad business deal for San Antonio. I mean, ultimately, yeah. I mean, anytime you do business, and Mike, you know this firsthand, are there going to be some casualties? Are there going to be some just people that kind of are left out? Of course, right?
Right.
Collateral damage, right? I'm just saying, right? When you do business, when you build this multi-million-dollar or whatever in this land, yeah, there might be one or two people that used to live there that are gonna be, I'm not there no more. But I'm sorry, bro. There's a greater good that's gonna come of it, right, Mike? I mean,
that what you hope is what does they say, the a high tide raises all ships type of thing, raises all boats. That's what you're hoping is going to happen, right? You're hoping for the proverbial trickle down, right? The Reagan version of trickle down never worked, but you're hoping on a more localized level that it does. That you have. I'll give you an example. The West Texas and oil prices. When oil prices are up, people have to pay more at the pump. But when oil prices are up, the state of Texas does better.
Yeah.
Right. Because we make money off of oil. That creates more jobs. That creates more demand for certain things.
Right.
You're hoping that it benefits people in total. Right. But the city of San Antonio is moving forward. The next big day is going to be in November, first week of November. We're going to go to the ballot box, and I think that I'm
Gotta vote.
cautiously optimistic that Spurs fans are going to show up.
Gotta
Cautiously
vote.
optimistic that
You
they're going to
gotta vote.
show
Yeah,
up.
young people gotta vote. I think that's what it
Mhm.
boils down to. I mean, we saw folks come out there, and I'm not gonna bag on anybody, but there was a
Yeah,
certain age demographic that was against Project Marvel. And I think there's a lot of young people. And listen, the world revolves around young people. Like
right.
every generation, there's always the young people, the next up and comers, the entrepreneurs, the artists, the future financiers. Like those are the people that got to get involved and have to make their vote and their voice heard. And I
Let me
think this is an eye-opening thing where a lot of people didn't vote for the mayoral vote when Gina won.
right.
I think this is going to show people like, hey, I got to go vote. I got to get involved.
Well, I want to ask Joe this question real fast about Mayor Gina Ortiz Jones. Um, I'm technically a resident of Bear County still. Still have my house over there, right?
Yeah.
So if there's anything I can vote on in November, I can. You're the only resident of San Antonio here, though, because of the three of us talking, I look at Gina Ortiz Jones, and she has people who support her. Some people who support what she has to say.
Yeah.
I think she's an awful, awful politician in the sense that she's going out there and doing what? She's hijacking a press conference. She's hijacking a town hall meeting. She's doing all this stuff. And to me, it sounds awful, but maybe people said the same thing about Trump. People said that Trump was, lying to people. People have said that Trump, criticizes others and misleads others or whatever the case may be. But he galvanized enough support to get his way. Are we selling Gina Ortiz short? We think she's dumb. We think that she is a bad politician. But is that just in the lens that we have as Spurs fans and those supportive of Project Marvel? Or is it possible that she's actually a better politician than we give her credit for?
I will say this. I've seen a lot of Gina Ortiz Jones support from folks that I didn't think would jump on it. Our good friend from Twitter, Kwan, he was I'm standing with Gina, even though he lives in Cali and all that. But he was,
Yeah.
I remember him being very supportive of Gina. There's folks who I didn't who blast Trump, who blast any politician. I don't know if it's that like what do you call it? Where you just want to be against a contrarian, where you just want to be against the front. You know that sect of that section of Spurs Twitter who hate the Spurs front office and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like those people are just rallying behind Gina because she's battling the Spurs brass. So. Mike, you have an interesting point. I didn't even think of. I never thought about that, but I'm looking at it where don't be surprised if people don't get behind Gina. You know what I mean? Don't be
Yeah.
surprised. Like I said, listen, and ugh, I'm not. I might get some backlash from this. It could be for some of the wrong reasons. Nobody wants to go against a female, a female of color, somebody who's advocating for poor, quote unquote, right? Like let's be honest. If you're against that, if you're against those three things, you're a fucking asshole, right? Right? I'm just saying. So he has. I do. I've said this on this show. She's smarter than I think people realize. If you want to start playing the card of I'm a woman of color, I've been disadvantaged my whole life, even though she lived a good life in DC, but whatever. Um, uh, I'm gay, right? She's gay, right? She's a
Mm-hmm.
lesbian, which is fine. Nothing against that. But anybody and I've seen it, like just because you don't agree with her political stance, I've gotten people coming at me like, "Oh, you don't like women, you don't like gays, you don't like this, you don't like that." No, like I just don't like the political stance. Like that's it, and that's kind of what Mike Taylor's kind of pushing. And Mike Taylor has a pretty good platform and a pretty good following. It's dicey, Mike. Right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying though, when you start, there's certain things people don't want to touch. People don't want to argue against, like I said, a woman of color, a woman that's, you know, different. She's her sexuality is different from the norm, quote unquote, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Anything you say or do comes off as misogynist. And we talk about our good friend Carolina T, which the Mike Slayer, who's amazing, who's awesome, right? What she does, and she did put her perspective of how hard it is to be a woman of color and how to break certain glass ceilings. I don't disagree with her. I don't even know because I'm not a woman of color. So I can't understand how hard that is. And I get that. But we all have barriers that we have to cross. We all have barriers that we have to break through. So
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's interesting, but don't sell that short. Like Mike is saying.
I've been shot down by people on Twitter, a few people who've come at me and said, like you said, we're catching strays of, well, you're being misogynistic and you're being racist or anti-gay. Well, first of all, I have gay family members.
Mhm.
I have a daughter who's Filipina, just like Gina Ortiz-Jones. My daughter's half Filipina. So I'm sorry, I'm not coming at this from a racist point of view. I'm not coming at this from a political point of view. I'm not coming at it from the view of her being a woman.
Yeah.
I asked the question, she got shouted down at the District 10 town hall meeting the other day, and people said, would Ron Nirenberg have been shouted down that way? No, because he's a man. Like, no, he wouldn't have hijacked someone else's town hall. He wouldn't have hijacked a press conference.
Right.
And you can,
it's not about him being a man. It's not about him being a man. It's like he wouldn't have put himself in that situation.
Right. And she's,
or does it seem like
she's painting herself into a box.
Yeah.
The box is, if you make under this amount of money, you're going to support me. If you make above this certain amount, you're not going to. Mm-hmm. She's painting herself into a box. And you know what? Part of equality, and if I had a good conversation with her, part of equality is taking the L. Part of equality is saying that maybe you're not losing because you're gay. Maybe you're not hated because you're gay. Maybe you're not hated because you're Filipina. Maybe you're not hated because you're a woman. Maybe you're not hated because you're short.
Yeah.
Maybe you're hated because you just suck as a politician.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we do have some incoming super chat. We got to address.
Super chat. 25 bones. Coming from the official bank of
Area 210.
Area 210. So don't get it twisted. The ex-billionaires crowd is against billionaires saying, here's your 1 billion plus money, and here's a check for 500 million as a down payment. That is what Mike and the Don't Lie About Gina crowd are saying. So go back to that real fast. I want to break that down.
Yeah.
It says, don't get it twisted. The ex-billionaires crowd is against it. Billionaires are saying, here's a 1 billion plus, and here's a check for 500 million as a down payment. That is what Mike and the Don't Lie About Gina are saying. Okay, so yeah. Peter J. Holt going out there, and thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. $25, very generous. Thank you so much. For him to go out there and say, here, you all know the information. She asked, she was like, I want a yes or no answer. Well, guess who doesn't give a yes or no answer? She doesn't. Right? They asked the question, are you going to continue your crusade against Project Marvel? I'll have to get back to you on that. That was a yes or no question.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
So for somebody who wanted a yes or no answer, because she would have painted the Spurs as being dicks if they had said, no, we don't want a second opinion.
She would have
been like, well, why not?
Right.
She was ready to pounce on that.
Yes, she was trying to push Peter J into a corner and the way she asked it was, Peter, Mr. Holt, are the Spurs against the citizens getting more data and having more time and learning about, like, you know what I mean? She was painting it like, if he said yes, he's a dick. He's an asshole. He's horrible. If he said no, then it's like, okay, cool. So let's pause this and let's move on. He out-politicked the politician with his answer, because he said his answer he said yes, he is against it without saying yes. If it makes sense, right? He said it in his
analogy. To use your box analogy.
Yeah.
She was trying to get him on the ropes.
Yes.
He pushed her off.
Exactly.
He didn't swing away. He just pushed her off and he got back in the middle of the ring.
Exactly.
Talking to Fernandez in San Diego.
We do have another incoming super chat here.
Two bones coming from.
Keep them coming, baby. Keep them coming.
What color is your man purse, Fernandez?
Which one?
Versace.
My Louis Vuitton or my Gucci?
There you
Which
go.
one?
And here's the thing. You're for those of you watching this right now, you're looking at two men who proudly have Lululemon in their closet.
Yes. I'm listen, bro. I've gotten to the point in my life, man, where I'm not afraid or ashamed to say, well, I like what I like, bro. I like Louis Vuitton glasses. You know what I'm saying? I like Lululemon sweatpants. You know, you can laugh about it. You can. I'm not. I don't need to press anybody or look for validation from anybody, right? I don't care. I like what I like, baby.
I don't give a damn. For some reason, I can't get my camera back on.
Yeah.
There's something going on.
I
With
know,
the
Joe.
system.
Everybody's worried about you, Joe. Everybody's
I'm
saying
here.
you're not.
I'm
They
here.
say you're not. They say you're not here, bro. They
I'm
said
with you.
that
I'm still here, so
we
I'm still here,
doxed
still
you.
hand.
I might have
they
to
say
go over
we-
there with Mike.
Yeah,
We
they
have
say we
a
doxed you, bro.
We have a $5 super chat coming in from Mario Cavasso. Says he wants the old man grito for his daughter, who's about to head out, and he's gonna drop her off at incoming freshman camp. At
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
man.
bro. Hook 'em horns,
Congratulations.
baby.
Hook 'em horns, congratulations,
horns.
Mario.
Hell yeah, bro. That's
and
a big
Imelda,
deal.
his wife. Congratulations to both of y'all.
That's a
Old man
big
grito
deal.
coming on in.
Por presumir a mis amigos les conté que en el amor
I said this before earlier this week. I did not like the old man grito when it first came out. Too ethnic.
You like it now, right? You
I
appreciate
like
it
it.
now. Yeah,
I missed him. I missed him.
Yeah.
We played it so often. Like James Pledger
Yeah.
one time said, that's so long because I think it's 26
Yeah.
seconds long.
yeah.
But yeah,
You
man,
miss it when you don't have it, bro. You know
that's
what I
true.
like? You know the sound I like? This is one of my favorite sounds ever. Oh shit, it didn't pop.
No.
The pop of the bottle. It didn't
Yeah.
even pop. Sorry guys.
Thank you to Tony Ornelas for the $2 super chat as well, asking how the audio, because we don't have Joe for a while there. We did not have audio from him as well. By the way,
Look at that.
what I'm doing right here is I have my
Yeah, you're
download
about an hour of
wrinkle-
you're an hour of your time, Mike. You got to remember. You got
Yeah, so I
yeah.
am spraying down my shirt and unwrinkling it because I got to do a costume change in 15 minutes and head over to the steakhouse because
You're gonna take off the
that's how
shirt
I
in front
roll.
of everybody.
huh?
You're gonna take off.
I'll do it. I'll do it over here on this side. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fearful what the memes would be.
Oh,
So I got the
God.
blue shirt. Do I wear gray slacks with this or black slacks with this?
what is that? A blue shirt? You said it's like a light blue, right?
It's a light
use
blue
gray.
shirt.
Oh, I see it. I think gray would be too. It looked too much the same. So
Yeah,
black,
too much
in my
pale.
opinion. I think.
Black?
Yeah. I'd say black. I mean,
I'm gonna hang that out right there.
Yeah,
I know
we
the
do
bubbly
gotta-
is flat, Sam. You're right. Yeah, keep the super chats coming, man. We got to give them love.
Got another one coming in. This is Tony Ornelas. He says, "Where's Joe? No audio or
We're
video."
hiding him.
I know y'all
I
can
know.
hear.
We're
me.
hiding him.
Joe's a secret agent, bro. If y'all don't know this by now, Joe's a secret agent, bro. Come on.
People are saying Joe quit the show.
No, I'm still here, man. And
Very
then we got
nice.
another incoming.
If
Mel
Joe- if Joe-
Lerma
if
in
Joe-
the
if
house.
Joe
I'm
quit
still
the
here, so
show,
ahead.
If Joe quit the show, we'd all be done. We'd all be cooked.
That is
Yeah.
true. That is true. Matt Lerma says it'll be harder for Gina Ortiz Jones to say that she's for Project Marvel now. Her next step is to put the bond measure to the citizens' vote instead of a council vote. Hashtag shut up, Gina.
It's always good to hear from our good friend Matt Lerma, man. I like
Yeah,
him,
it
man.
is.
I got to link up with him next time I'm in town.
Yeah, next time
No,
you're in
man.
town, guess where you have to go? Guess time where you have to go. Next time you're in town,
Yeah,
you
thanks.
got to go to PF Chang's Lock
PF
and Tap
Chang's,
because they
yeah.
are our sponsor. We have another super chat on the other side. We'll talk about your jersey over there on the other side. Talk a little bit about the Spurs. No more about Project Marvel.
Yeah.
We're gonna embrace the W as long as Gina embraces the L from yesterday. But let's you know what? We can't do that because the super chat is about Marvel. So let's read that super chat.
Hey, what the
Says-
people want, whatever the people want, bro.
Here comes the money.
This is from Second Impact. $10 super chat. Man, thank you
you.
so much. It's a newer name. Says the audacity to try to embarrass Centro on live TV. She's never picked up a broom or pan in her life. She should spend a day in their shoes. My goodness. You know what? Their shoes match because Gina's shoes, man. Gina's dressing, man. People give me crap about
Hey.
that.
No, you know what's funny? Somebody said she was wearing like the same shirt over and over and over, and like she had these like the same little silk shirts. Um,
Dress the part, man. She's
yeah.
a
Listen, man,
44-year-old
she
woman. Dress the
you
part.
know what, man? You know, she needs some PR people, or she just, you know what she needs? She needs to come to talk to us. That's what she needs. She needs to come to talk to us and be like, hey, look, we can smooth this over, bro. Listen, bro, I'm a guy that's done a lot of things that people are upset about or whatever. You can smooth
Yeah.
things over if you
Did,
just
did,
manage it the right way. You know,
did I
she needs a little poodle in her life, bro.
did I show the photo the other day of what she looked like on her Facebook Live? It was
I'm not sure. I don't
brutal.
remember. Yeah.
I showed this to Chica. Chica was appalled. I'm gonna try to get this as close as possible.
Oh yeah.
That was the look that she gave. It was a no makeup, or if there was makeup, a bad makeup day. It was a bad hair day on a bad blouse day. You can't be taken serious if you're not serious yourself. I am wearing shorts right now, right? I was wearing t-shirt and shorts before I came in. The music started, right? As we were getting getting on, I changed into a polo, right? I want to be a little bit more presentable than the t-shirt I was wearing, right? But the fact of the matter is that you have to dress the part. And me saying that she needs to be a better dresser, needs to have better makeup and all that, that's not a double standard. It's not me being misogynistic or sexist or racist. It's letting you know. She says the city of San Antonio needs to act like we're the seventh largest
Seventh
city in
largest
the
city.
country.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
She needs to act and
yeah.
represent herself and
As the
dress
mayor of the
as the.
seventh largest city of the yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Let's give some love to PF Chang's. They do a fantastic job over their happy hour 3 to 6 p.m. They're our sponsor. They also power the chat here at the Area 210 podcast.
PF Chang's La Cantera, San Antonio's premier destination for dinner, date night, or happy hour. Enjoy one of their signature dishes, such as the Singapore street noodles, sesame chicken, or Chang's spicy chicken, or their infamous Chang's chicken lettuce wraps, which are delicious, by the way. You can enjoy all this while you're dining in an Asian-inspired atmosphere. And make sure to enjoy the new outdoor patio and try some of PF Chang's signature cocktails and drinks during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. PF Chang's La Cantera is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast. Right, just getting ready. Estaba encuerado over here in the corner.
Hey, he's Inquiriquis. He's Inquiriquis. Inquiriquis.
And what was
got
with the thong, man? You were wearing a
He's on
thong.
the tantarans. Hey, he had the tantarans, bro. He had the tantarans.
He was wearing the thong, bro. In the
Shit.
back it said, "Shut up, Gina."
Hey, he had the banana hammock on, baby. He had the banana hammock on.
No. We got another incoming super chat, man. They just
Tony
been coming
Nala
in.
says,
I love it, bro.
Comes the money.
permanent soundbite of a Gina Go Spurs go with crickets. Oh, that was
Bro, that
funny.
was funny, bro. That was funny. Is somebody in the crowd like cheered for her? Like, yeah, she was like, yeah, go Spurs, go. And like crickets, dude. Like no one, she kind of like shrugged and like rolled her eyes. Like, bro, her mannerisms are like off. And when Mike gets on, Mike, her mannerisms are just so off and so awkward. Like, even I'm telling you, bro, there's a clip I retweeted it where she's like, I want to deal with the Spurs. I want to deal. Like, it just comes off as so disingenuous. Like, here's the thing, man. If there's a good oh man, there's a good movie about when Sarah Palin was gonna run with John McCain. I think it's
Yeah.
called Game Changer. I don't know if you ever seen that. It's called Game Changer.
I've never
Yeah,
seen it,
it's
but I remember Sarah Palin.
it's a really good movie, right? Yeah, watch it. Uh Ed Harris plays John McCain, and the actress that plays Sarah Palin's escaping me, but you would know who she is. But anyway, and Woody Harrelson is like the uh campaign manager, right? He's kind of like the guy running everything. And Julianne Moore. Julianne Moore plays Sarah
Okay.
Palin. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really, really good movie. And they talk about your dress, your mannerisms, how you come off to the public, like that. It's a thing. You know what I mean? Like it's a thing when it comes to politicians. Like even if you could be so full of shit, but you have to just look. People analyze everything. how you talk, your speech pattern, your cadence, the way you move your hands, and it can upset people or it can get people to follow you. And you know, I'm not I'm not advocating as a Adolf Hitler fan, but what I will say about Adolf Hitler was he found a way to get all these people to follow him
Right.
in the genocide. Like, do you know how hard that is? Like, do you know how hard it is to shell people into
In the killing
extinguishing
6
a whole?
million
No,
people.
I'm serious. No, and I know, and I'm
Yeah.
not. And people are probably gonna say that. Oh, I'm pro Hitler. I'm not saying that.
No,
I'm
you
just
know, you're
saying.
comparing Gina Ortiz Jones with Hitler, but keep going.
Yeah, that's what I no, and yeah. No, but I'm just saying, like, do you understand how charismatic a person has to be
Right.
to get people to follow
Well, do you know
you
what it? Do you know
into
what it is?
something that's crazy?
Do you know
To
what it
drink the
is?
Kool-Aid. Look at the guy that made everybody drink the Kool-Aid, and right? Like,
The Hillbob comment.
how do you
That was
get
it.
people to follow you like that?
The thing about it is that it uncovers the deep seated beliefs that people have that they hide because of fear of being
Social
called out.
norms. Because of social norms. Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
like we're seeing right now a lot of racism going on right now, whether you like to admit it or not. It's been unleashed over the last 10 years or so. And you know what? That's the undercurrent. Okay, because when the norms have changed, that has been normalized, right? We have super chats coming in. Joe, go ahead and reflect those super chats real fast.
Yeah, so this is the other one that we have. This one's a super chat coming in from Matt Gomez.
Here comes the money.
He says her whole office quit after a few days in office. And he's
That's
talking about
facts. That's facts.
Gina
There's a lot of
Ortiz
quitting.
Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got
Just keep
another
the super chats
big
going, bro. Keep
super
them going,
chat
bro.
coming in here too.
Here comes the money.
This one's from the Drew Show. Drew Show, thank you.
Okay,
We
bro. Big
appreciate
one.
you, man.
It's a big one,
He
bro.
says in the building has 8 viewers on YouTube because poor Jeff Garcia. Now he has no podcast to go on camera for now. He goes, Mike Taylor, tonto, you could just said nothing and moved on. Could have taken the check and done YouTube. There you go. Well, I forgot to show the super chat. So there we go.
$20,
much,
man.
Drew. So
Appreciate you, Drew.
man.
You know, Drew and I have had our problems, man, but I will give him credit, man. I appreciate your support for this show, bro.
The generosity, the generosity for the show.
Yeah. July says a lot of co-leaders also like that. Crazy people are easily mind controlled. Yeah, I mean that's true. That's only. I just think it's an interesting dynamic when you have people who are willing and able to follow. Somebody who's obviously off the rocker. But Ted Bundy. Man, I think Mexican Junior said Fernandez is giving Hitler props. I'm gonna give Ted Bundy props. Like these guys found a way to like manipulate and coerce people to do what they wanted or follow them, and they're just charismatic about that. It sucks that they're mass murderers and folks who commit a genocide. But I'm just saying, like, the point I'm trying to make is people are willing to follow, and people want to. A lot of there's a lot, just like people say religion is an opiate of the masses. Like, people will follow whatever is being told to them. If they were told all their life that you have to preach and you have to go to confession and you have to, do this and that for the church or whatever, or whatever you do, people will follow that, man. People will take that as gospel because their parents told them, because it was ingrained in their lives. So it's just an interesting thing. And our good friend George is talking about Mike versus Mike, sponsored by
Castanuela.
Jake Paul. I'll tell you, man, I think Mike might have to leave soon, and after Mike leaves, we will get into boxing, man. And I'll tell you, the Gervonta Davis Mike Jake Paul fight, quote unquote, is an interesting concept.
That is interesting because that's actually a bona fide boxer there. That's one has a title. And it's just an exhibition game or exhibition fight, but nonetheless, it shows that Paul is now wanting to go ahead and raise the caliber of fighter he's going to go up against. Now we're going to see what he's really made of when he gets into the ring with Tank Davis, because I mean, you can tell Tank, hey man, this is the way it's supposed to be scripted, but a boxer's going to box, bro. They smell that blood in the water. He's gonna go for the KO.
Well, I mean, yeah. Hey, Joe, let's get into this. I mean, we are both big avid boxing fans, right? I know Joe, you're a big boxing fan. I'm a big boxing fan. I wasn't thrilled, to be honest with you, when I saw that announcement. I saw, Javante Davis versus Jake Paul. I had to make sure it wasn't fake, before I retweeted it. It was from the Ring magazine. It was from Turkey Al so I know that's legit. I know that's real. It kind of I had to pause a little bit. I had to take a strategic pause. Because I'm not a fan of these like sideshow fights, like Logan Paul, Jake's brother versus Floyd. It was kind of like, oh God. Um, I don't blame Javante Davis, who's a very accomplished
Yeah.
fighter who's fought for multiple world titles and is a legit boxer. Um, you make like 10, 12 million a fight, and when you're at that level, which is not bad money, but once you pay off your manager, your promoter, your PR team, whatever,
Yeah.
it ends up being a little, it's a
Yeah.
little, it's
Mike's
a,
getting ready.
yeah,
What I miss, fellas?
yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Oh, we got an
sorry.
you didn't know if
incoming.
you're, yeah.
Sorry for the show there. I was telling Joe, don't look to the left. Don't look to the left because I had to change into my
Estaba encuerado.
pants.
Yeah.
Hey, but
He was
we got an
Inquirinquis.
incoming
He
super
was
chat.
Inquirinquis. Yeah.
Here comes the money.
There you go.
True Show says, I ain't never have a problem with nobody on YouTube over social media stuff. Believe that. I don't live for the stuff. God bless America and God bless your donations today to the Area
Yeah.
210
Well,
podcast. man.
I mean, it was evident, and we could pull the shows where you did have a problem. You did, and there was an issue, and you left this show for a while, and you came back. Let's call facts. I don't have a problem with you. I don't even know you. I don't even know you personally. I don't even know what you look like because your your profile picture is something different. I, I think you're probably a good dude. You're probably a smart guy, and like let's squash all this. Like, who cares?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
we're all,
So
Move on, man.
We're squashing
Yeah,
lots of
yeah,
beefs.
yeah.
We have beef with other people that have
Yeah.
been on our show, not been on our show, whatever the case
Life,
may be.
life is too short for all these
And I think
beefs and all this bullshit, man. Real
Yeah.
talk,
People
man. It
that come
really
out on
is, bro.
camera on
Like,
other
yeah.
shows, but not ours. It's all good. We talked it out.
Oh,
It's all good.
yeah.
Hey.
Well, bro, I couldn't even get a picture.
Oh,
I
snap.
couldn't even get a picture. We could go back to that, bro. I got big
It's all
time for
good. It's all good, bro.
exactly, bro. I got big time for a picture, and now you're hanging out with everybody taking pictures. You know what I mean? So it's all good, bro. It's all love. It's all love.
Very nice. Well, gentlemen, I have to let everybody go. Hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. I'll let you guys
You look good,
land the
Mike.
plane. Appreciate
look
it, man.
good.
I did
Yeah.
do the black. You can tell Fernandez. I
The
came with
black
like
looks
6
good.
outfits.
6
Yeah,
outfits.
I
I
knew
came
you
with like
did. You
4
were
different
ready.
shirts
Yeah,
and 3
yeah.
slacks.
Got a wardrobe.
Yeah.
You got a blazer in there too, brother.
It's in the car. It's
Yeah.
in
There
the
you
car.
go.
But you know what? I don't want to wear the blazer because it's too damn hot.
It is, dude.
Yeah, you
It's
look
too
good
damn hot.
as is. You don't need a blazer. You're
You
good.
should have
You're
just
good.
worn like
Yeah.
a cutoff shirt, like short sleeve.
Yeah, but
Dress shirt.
I'm trying to make money.
Tommy
I'm trying
Bahama.
No, long
You-
sleeve
you-
is
you
always the
can't-
move.
you
Long
can't-
sleeve.
you
I
can't-
don't care how hot it is. Long sleeve is the move.
Yeah, the
When
long sleeve.
you're
it
when you're in
is
a
stinking-
business,
It is
yeah,
stinking hot. I'm going to
Yeah.
a super nice
Steakhouse.
steakhouse.
Yeah, you can't
All
show up
that
in a long short sleeve. Yeah.
Can't rock
Just,
the polo for that.
hey, just pretend that you have a bunch of tattoos that you're trying to cover. Like that's all. They're like I wear a long sleeve
Give
because
us
I'm
a
covering
spin
I'm covering all my sleeves. Yeah.
The fat guy in a little coat.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you're gonna get. Everyone have a fantastic week, man. Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
go over
take
there.
care, Mike.
See ya.
Yeah, we need
All right,
you on
Mike,
the
see
we
ya.
need to see you, Joe.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Everybody's
go over
worried
there
about
where
you.
Mike's
All
leaving.
right, cool.
Take care, Mike. Good luck. There he is.
Later, Mike.
Hey, y'all thought we were holding
There,
Joe
there.
hostage.
Y'all can see me
They
now.
thought
I'm
they
here.
thought Joe was being held hostage or something like that. He's
No, y'all
he's
can see me
alive
now,
and well.
man.
He's alive and
whatever-
well, bro.
For whatever reason, man, my microphone over there is working, but the camera just
Yeah.
decided not to.
No, there was a point where obviously all three of us were showing, but there was a point where your mic was like low, we couldn't hear you, and then we heard you
Yeah.
better, but we couldn't see you no more. So
Yeah, it defaulted. I don't know why. It defaulted back to I guess the onboard microphone for the
Yeah.
webcam, and the webcam mic
Right,
ain't any good.
yeah. Yeah.
So I fixed
So
it. now.
we're all caught up on super chats, right? We're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
leaving nobody
we're
behind.
cut
I don't
out.
want nobody. I
I'm
don't want
looking at
nobody to
them right
feel
now.
behind. Okay, cool,
You
cool.
know,
I don't
if we
want
do
nobody to
get
be
one,
right. I
I'll
just
go
don't want
back and
nobody
put
to
it on.
feel. I don't want nobody to feel that their super chat was win without
Was a
notice
red.
because
Yeah,
no man, we appreciate all that, man.
yeah,
And the chat is powered by PF Chang's La
yeah.
Cantera.
Hold on, I gotta
Um,
close the door.
okay, hey, it's just me. All you got is me, baby. Um, the chat is powered by La Cantera, PF Chang's. We appreciate our guy out there. And everybody, if you have a chance to get out there, man, please do. Happy hour 3 to 6. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah, it's all love, man.
I had to let Mike out. He was getting
Yeah.
out of there. I had
All
to
right.
close the door,
Hey,
close the other door.
hey, hey. Now we can talk shit about Mike. Now we can
Nah,
say how we really feel.
nah. Now we're gonna talk about the Jake Paul fight, and boxing a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah.
Because we do
Please.
have the Canelo fight. We talked about that, and that's going to be
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Okay.
lackluster and boring, because Canelo's not going to put on a show. He's at
I
the end of
don't
his career.
know.
He's going to
I don't
coast.
know, man. I
He's
don't
going to
know.
coast.
Terrence
He's going to
Crawford.
win. I
Terrence
don't know,
Crawford,
man.
man, is gonna. Terrence Crawford. I feel like that fight's gonna be a little more interesting than people think.
But it's a
Terrence
Canelo
Crawford.
fight, bro. What was it like that clapback Thursdays?
Yeah,
Like
Oscar.
our
Oscar.
boy
Yeah, yeah,
Oscar.
yeah,
He's gonna have some
yeah.
words. Oscar is entertaining, bro. You can say
Of
what you want
course.
to about him. That
Yeah.
motherfucker is entertaining, dude. It makes you laugh. The
Mhm.
clapback Thursdays are funny as hell.
Oh yeah, no, Oscar. Oscar is well, for one, he was a bad. You know what's crazy? I people don't remember how good Oscar was unless you're our age. 90
Yeah.
after the '92 Olympics in Barcelona. Oscar went on a tear. He demolished guys like Jorge Paez, Rafael Ruelas, John Molina, um, you know, Chavez when Chavez was already past his prime. Um, he Bernard Whitaker, Shane Mosley, Bernard Hagel. I
Yeah.
mean, Oscar fought everybody. So if you people I think people right now remember him as a promoter, right? But when you look back at his fights, Oscar was a bad boy, bro. Oscar was a
He
bad
was,
boy.
and the legends were legends for a reason. If you go back and look at those old fights, like we know, I mean, we're those guys that will go back and look at the greats fight, just because we're a sucker for that stuff. We like
Hmm.
to go ahead and look at these marquee matchups, with
Hmm.
some of the best going at it. Sugar Shane Mosley,
Hmm.
dude was quick.
I
If he,
Corte. De La
you
Hoya
know,
Corte was good. Yeah.
yeah, I would have liked to see Sugar Shane Mosley and maybe you know, what's his name? Mayweather go at it at one point
Hmm.
when he was in his prime.
Yeah.
I think
Well, they fought when Shane was already a little bit older.
yeah, a
Shane
little
rocked
older
him.
past his prime.
Remember that Shane rocked him in the third round,
He
man.
got him.
Shane got him a good little
He was
catch. Yeah,
fast.
Shane.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he was already past his prime.
yeah.
Early Shane, 2003 Shane. Whoo, he was a bad boy.
Those would
Him
have
and
been some
Roy.
hands flying, dude. There would have been
him and
some hands
Roy were
flying.
him and Roy were running the division back then,
No,
So
yeah, dude.
I mean, but yeah, let's talk about the Jake Paul versus Tank fight, quote unquote.
Yeah,
If you want to call it that. You know, there's a lot to unpack there. I mean, Jake Paul is 6'1", 200 pounds. Tank is 5'5", 35, 140 pounds. Um, Jake Paul has like a 64-inch reach with you know, Tank's is like 57, something like that. Um, I mean, the physicality, Jake is a bigger dude. He's a big guy. I mean, so
yeah.
the thing about this fight, though, quote unquote, is people got to remember it's an exhibition. So what that means is they're
Shorter
probably gonna
rounds.
go like 8 rounds. There's like 2 minute rounds.
Yep.
They're gonna wear big gloves. It's like a sparring session. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not
it's the
like a
ounces of the
real.
glove. It's gonna be
Well,
more,
yeah, yeah, of
more
course, bro. You
padding, dude.
wear, bro. Listen, anybody that's ever been in the ring, you wear like 8 to 10 ounce gloves for a fight. In a
Yep.
sparring match, you wear like 10 to 16 ounce gloves. You know what I
It's
mean?
a
You
lot
wear
of
bigger
padding, bro.
gloves. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're not trying to hurt nobody in sparring. You know what I mean? You're just trying to get work in. It's like any NBA
It's
player.
cardio,
Like
bro.
you're
It's
like you're
cardio.
practicing. Yeah, you're you're
Yeah.
you're you're working out, you're practicing, you're not trying to get hurt. So um, I'm interested to see what glove the gloves are gonna be, the rounds. I'd
It's gonna be 2 minute
imagine,
round.
yeah, it's gonna be 2 minute rounds, maybe like 8 rounds, with like 12 to 16-ounce gloves, which are bigger padding gloves, which are not going to cause knockouts. You know what I mean? Like the point of those big gloves, for those who don't know boxing, I'm not trying to insult anybody's intelligence, but those big gloves are for sparring because you don't knock anybody out. So a Mike Tyson punch with an 8-ounce glove versus a 16-ounce glove is very different. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
you
It's
could
very
cut
different.
somebody with
So
an 8 or 10
yeah,
ounce
yeah,
glove.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah, come
So
on.
I don't expect a knockout. I don't expect anything like that. Now I will say, even though Tank is a smaller fighter, really, really good fighter. I mean, he's
He's got
he's
some
a
speed
top
and
pound for
power,
pound fighter.
bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if Tank just outboxes him, just jabs and moves and just makes him look silly,
yeah.
you know.
But
And
it's all for show, bro.
the big guy is just like throwing haymakers, trying to catch him, and he doesn't. But yeah, it's you got to manage your expectations. You know, I don't think that that's gonna be some like world class like you
Because the
know.
other fighters got to be world class too. I mean, let's be
Right,
honest,
right,
bro.
right. Yeah.
Paul's
Well,
not
that's
a
what I
world
said.
class
That's what I
fighter.
say. That's what I
Doesn't have
tell
the
people. Like, don't.
experience.
Yeah, don't. You know, you gotta manage your expectations. Like, don't expect like some Gaddy Ward, Barrera Morales, like great
Triple
Hagler
G, you
Hearns,
know,
like
come
trip.
on,
Yeah,
come
yeah.
on, bro.
Don't expect some good fight. You expect that it's gonna be a show. It's gonna be a spectacle. The ring walks are gonna be crazy and all that. Now, what I hope is that they put a good undercard on. I hope
Yeah,
that they put a good undercard of real good fighters. And when Jake Paul fought Tyson, fought, quote unquote. The undercard was good. Our guy Mario Barrios for San Antonio was on the card. There was a world Badu Jack was on the card. Like so, you had like world class fighters on the undercard. I would imagine they're gonna do the same thing. I mean, it's in Atlanta, so um, I think that they're gonna have like good undercard fights, and then
yeah,
I mean, it's just Tank is again, like I said, he's a natural like 140 pounder. Like 140 versus 200 is kind of crazy.
yeah, man. But either way, I know that it's going to be a fight that a lot of people are going to tune in to see and watch, and it's entertainment at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But the Paul brothers are very good at one thing, and that is promoting. You know,
Mhm.
they're not dumb. People might think
Yeah,
of
promoting
them
and
a certain
marketing.
way.
Yeah, yeah.
They're geniuses when it comes to promoting and marketing. So you got to give them the props. You know, the other thing about that is they've gotten very smart about how they approach things. You know, now they go ahead and put together a pretty decent card. I got to say, some of the undercard fights that they have are really good. They're actually sanctioned boxing matches at that point, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and you get to see some good talent going at it. You know, for you can look at the whole headliner for whatever it is. It's entertainment, but the
Right.
fights that happened prior to that are legit. You know, we've
Hmm.
seen some good fights come of that. So they're very savvy in the way they approach things. You know, it's not just about, hey, we're gonna go ahead and have a pay-per-view or what have you. They're getting paid, no doubt, you know, but at the end of the day, they know how to put together a show,
Yeah.
you know? And I respect the guy for at least trying to do something on his own. You know, he's
Yeah.
like, you know what, y'all aren't gonna give me a shot. I'm gonna make my own. Respect.
He's smart. Yeah, he's a smart businessman. You know, he's a
Yeah.
very smart businessman. I don't take away anything he does. At first, I was kind of like, this is kind of like sideshow stuff. I don't care for it. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't love it, but
Yeah. It's
I can't.
here, man.
I'm not. Yeah, it's here, and people are gonna watch it. Like it's funny because people on Twitter or on whatever social media are like, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch this. This is
Yeah.
garbage." Let, wait for November 13th or whatever.
You'll be
Let's see how
watching
many
it.
people are watching. Let's see how many people are live tweeting. Let's see how
Yeah.
many people are keeping up with it. Like that's what's also funny. Like you know, whether it's Project Marvel stuff or even like the Jake Paul Tank fight, like just say it's funny because people will be like they get on a high horse or if it's drinking early, right? It's like people get on this high horse like, oh, I would never do that, or you're such a horrible person, or
Yeah.
why would you watch that Tank date fight? And then they still watch it. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, just say what you are. Be real. Be 100, bro. Like I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna pay for the pay-per-view. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna have people over, but I know it's a zoo. I know what it is. I'm not even concerned about it. I'm not expecting some like great fight. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah, you know what
expecting
you're
a
getting.
fucking a sideshow.
Yeah, it's a
Just be
warm up.
honest.
It's a
Yeah.
warm up at that end. You know, all the professional fighters up to that point have already fought. This is just,
Mhm.
the end of the night.
Yeah.
Everybody's buzzing,
Yeah.
and let's
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
what's going on. 2 minutes.
Yeah.
They'll watch it, but are they gonna be like, oh man, I'm really into the nah, bro. It's not like that. It's not like that.
Yeah.
But we do have some boxing matches that are gonna be coming up here. We have some stuff that's happening this weekend as well. And we have a
Mhm.
fight that's gonna be happening here in San Antonio, put on by Desi Martinez Productions. That's gonna be happening at the Techport Arena. So if you're into boxing and you want to go ahead and check out a good venue, check out the Techport Arena this weekend, man. It's popping on
You know what,
Saturday.
man? You know what I'll tell you, bro? San Antonio is becoming a hotbed of boxing again, bro. I've said this before. We've had obviously Jesse James Leja, legend, on this show. We've had young up and comer Ramon Cardenas, who gave the monster in a way all he can handle. Um, we're working on getting Mario Barrios on here. Like Jesse Bam Rodriguez is doing his thing. San Antonio boxing is on a rise, bro. It
Yeah.
really is, bro. It's back to if you're not privy to what's going on in San Antonio boxing, bro, you're missing out. And like you said, those tech port fights are that's a good time, man. It's fun. It's the up and comers, right? It's the up and
Yeah.
comers, and you get to see our good friend CT out there doing her mic skills, you
Yeah.
know. So,
Doing her thing.
um, doing her thing as a boxing announcer. Yeah, man. And and it's affordable. People talk about how expensive it is to go to Spurs games and how expensive, bro. You know how much it costs to go to those fights. It's very cheap. It's very
Dude,
that you
you're
could
not
take your family, bro. You could have a family
yeah.
experience to go watch the fights. So
If you're gonna be paying money to go watch a boxing match, and you want to see the match, and you don't want to be way in the nosebleed, you want to be
yeah,
further up. That's gonna cost you a little bit of money. In the Techport Arena, there's not a bad seat in the house. It's a very
right.
intimate setting because it's not
Yeah.
really big, so
Yeah.
it's very affordable. It's a good
Right,
outing,
right.
man. It's probably
Yeah,
tickets
and
probably in the range of
you're
thirty,
gonna have a
$40.
good seat. Yeah, and I
Yeah,
tell you what, bro, you know what else that this might be a secret. I don't know if people know this. A lot of those San Antonio fighters, who trains them? Robert Garcia,
yeah,
California legend. Robert Garcia, the legendary Robert Garcia, the guy who's been in world class championship fights. You'll see him on these undercard fights with young guys from San Antonio.
yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. I've been there, bro. I've seen him. Um, the dude has trained, world class fighters, Bam, and you know, Fernando Vargas, all those guys, right? He'll be
Yeah.
in a fight with a guy from San Antonio that's 4-0. You know what I'm saying?
And look
Like
at
that,
that.
bro. That shows you.
And like Tony Hernandez says, Fernandez, I will bring the blue moon with the orange slices. Talking about seeing
Oh
a boxing match.
man. You know what, bro? You know what, Tony Ronaldo? I'm glad you said that. I actually haven't had a blue moon in a while. I
That's
love
good,
me a
bro.
good blue moon with an orange slice, bro. I really do. I
Good
haven't
stuff,
had in a
man.
while. You know what? You know what, Tony? This weekend I'm gonna have a blue moon with an orange slice in your name, and I'm gonna post you and I'm gonna tag you on it, bro, because that sounds really refreshing.
And look at that. We have another incoming super chat. And this one, he says, from Tony Ornalis, not super chat, but a chat. He said, I never been to a boxing match. You need
Oh
to go.
wow, you should.
Have you never
You should
been?
go. Yeah, you should go. It's a good time, bro. It's fun. It's interactive. You could buy like a table, like at the shrine or wherever
Oh,
they have
yeah, man.
fights.
VIP, baby.
Like I said, our good friend CT Carolina T, the Mike Slayers out there. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah, and look at that. The thing was Mexican Junior was saying, he was saying something to the effect of, oh, no, it was Hanover Fist. He says, I might go to the Tech Port this weekend. Yeah, it's a good venue to go to. And
Yeah.
we have another chat coming in, and it's saying, is Jesse James Leja still active and training young fighters? He
You know
is.
what?
He has a gym.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, Jesse James owns a gym in San Antonio. He does a lot more like commercial training, I guess. If you, I don't know how to call it. Where not necessarily training fighters, but like, um, you know,
He's working
you
out
know,
people, man.
but yeah, he works out, lawyers and doctors and single mothers. Like he
Yeah.
puts them through like a workout program. You know what I mean? So he does a lot of that. He trains the Spurs. You'll see Wemby, you'll see Sohan, Keldon. They'll do the mitts with Jesse James and his team.
Yeah.
Our guy Ronnie Cantu. If you don't know Ronnie Cantu, follow him. He's a very excellent trainer in San Antonio. He does a lot of work with the Spurs. So yeah, man, Keldon apparently loves boxing. He loves getting in the ring and he loves doing his thing. So and he's also supportive of a lot of our young fighters. So it's good. It's good.
And Redbirds Junkie saying, Yo, Fernandez, I'm gonna have a couple Bill Miller breakfast tacos tomorrow when you're on.
Brisket, egg, and cheese, baby.
Hey,
Brisket,
dude,
egg, and cheese.
I gotta
I'm
tell
telling
you,
you, bro.
man.
Do brisket, egg, and cheese. Oh my god. Bro. When I was in San Antonio a couple of weeks ago, I literally had Bill Miller's every day. I'm not even exaggerating, bro. I had breakfast. I bought that breakfast
It's the
box
job done.
every day. Yeah, for my people and for my boy. Um, Bro, I had Bill Miller breakfast every day. I'm not even lying,
Hey,
bro. And
man, but my
I know there's
go-to,
stuck out there, but I'm telling you, bro, that brisket, egg, and cheese is the move.
the egg, potato and egg, man, taco. I don't know how they make that potato, bro, but there's something in that potato, man. It tastes good. It hit different at Bill Miller's in the morning, man. There's one just
Hey,
down the
bro,
highway from me.
that salsa, bro. You throw the little salsa, bro. It's a move, bro.
Hey,
Hey,
the Red Bridge Junkie agrees with me, man.
Yeah, Tony Hernandez he's the promoter. He's still talking about a Fernandez versus Mike charity event. I'm down, bro. I'm down, bro. I'll take either one of Mike on. Mike
Or
Jimenez or
Mike
Mike Taylor.
Mike versus Mike.
I'll take them both. I'll take them both in the same night. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Shit.
It said Mike versus Mike. That'd be funny, dude. They said brisket,
Yeah.
egg, and cheese is our version of bacon, egg, and cheese. All right. All right. Carne guisada with
Yeah.
cheese. That's good too, man.
You're never gonna go wrong with carne asada with cheese, bro. Like you're
Mhm.
never gonna go wrong with carne asada with cheese. And
As
it's
long as
crazy
it ain't from
because
Austin, bro.
well, yeah, but no, you know what's crazy? And I told you this, Joe, and Joe, you know this. You've been to Cali. You
Yeah.
won't find carne guisada out here, bro. You won't find
Mm-mm.
guisada. They're like,
Burritos.
all they know is asada with
Yeah.
the A, right? No dry meat. When you say, "Hey, can I get a carne guisada taco?" They're like, "Do you mean asada?" Like, no, guisada. You're
Yeah.
never gonna find a carne guisada taco in Cali, bro. Just won't
No.
happen.
Yeah, all they have over there in Cali to eat in the morning, dude. They give you burritos, dude. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
burritos, and then they do have their flavor of like Tex-Mex, but it's a Cali vibe, and
Hmm.
they have a different. It's a different
Taste,
taste.
vibe.
Yeah,
It's a whole different,
different
yeah,
vibe.
different aura.
Yeah, but it's not bad though. The thing is there's a lot of Mexicanos that I think if you're from San Antonio and you go to Cali, you're thinking, oh, there's a big Mexican influence over in Cali,
Oh,
especially in
bro,
Los Angeles. You
bro.
know.
San Diego, bro. Bro.
Hmm.
I get my haircut in Chula Vista, right, which is about an hour away from San Diego, or I'm sorry, an hour away from Oceanside. Um, Bro, Chula Vista is like you could throw a rock to TJ. Like
Yeah.
you could see fucking TJ when you go to Chula Vista, bro.
San
So
Diego's like
I
San Antonio, dude.
yeah, no, San Diego's very close. I always tell people I think San Diego is almost like San Antonio with just with the beach. Um,
Yeah.
and it's
Facts.
like a small city feel, but it's a big city with a small town feel. So, you know, yeah, like I said, bro, you come out here. I think that the Mexican food here is more like Tijuana based. It's more like TJ style. It's
Yeah.
different. It's more like traditional Mexican. Whereas in San Antonio it's Tex-Mex, right? So,
Yeah.
but I mean, both are good, bro. I don't know why there's this battle between like you have to like one or the other. Like shit, I like it
Hey
all,
man,
bro.
they
I
make some
like it
good stuff
all,
over in
bro.
Cali too, dude. I
Yeah,
ain't gonna hate on
yeah.
Cali. Hey, but we're gonna have to go ahead and bring the show to an end because I gotta get ready to go to work. Ya es tiempo,
Okay,
dude.
bro. All right, all right.
Hey, that's not a Primo jersey, by the way, dude.
No,
Come
it's
on.
not a primo. Hey, hold on. I can't see, dog. Do y'all see? Y'all
Yeah,
see the Bryant, right? Can
Bryant,
you see it?
Bryant. Yeah, I
All
can see
right, I
it.
can't see. All right. Just know, baby. Just know. That's that Brian Clamp, bro. I'm excited for this rookie, bro. I'm excited for him. I know we're gonna close right now, but just put it out there, bro. This kid is gonna be special. Really is,
Yeah.
man.
Hey,
On and
maybe
off
we
the
need to
court.
get you a
On and off the
jersey,
court.
man. We need to get you a jersey that says "Shut up, Gina."
Oh, shit. Okay, you
Opening
got my
night,
mind
bro.
thinking, bro. You got my mind thinking,
Opening night.
bro. Shut up, Gina. I don't know what number to put. I don't know what number to put.
Double zero.
What's district? You know what? Whatever district fucking Eric White is, bro. I'll put that number.
There you go. And then on the back, shut up, Gina.
Mm.
Should it be shut up or shut up, Gina?
Oh shit!
Keep it
Shut up,
puro.
go Spurs, go! Shit.
Nombre, shut up, Gina. Goes first, go.
Yeah,
That would be awesome, dude. To get the jersey on the name on the back. Shut up, Gina.
bro, you got me thinking. We gotta do
No
it.
one's gonna
We
have
got
that,
time.
bro.
We got time. What are we right now? What are we? August? What? I don't know. What are we?
Yeah,
August? Yeah.
plenty of time, bro. Plenty
August.
of
We got
time.
September. Yeah, bro. We got time, bro. I'm gonna. Okay. Yeah, that's a good. That's a good. I like that. Oh, 7-4. That's funny. Somebody said to put 7-4 as the number. I don't know.
The
Can you? I
number.
don't know. I don't know how many numbers you can put. But seven
You
to
only
four
two.
with Shut Up Gina would be fucking hard. That would be hard.
Joe, make Go Spurs go with crickets on a permanent sound clip for the show. No, I got you, bro. I got to do the shut up Gina shirt, and then we got to do the sound bite of her going Go Spurs go. No
You know what?
reaction.
You know what? You know what? I promise you. I'm gonna order a Shut Up Gina jersey custom, and I'm gonna wear it on opening night. If they
I
can
know
let
it,
you,
bro.
you know what? You got no. I'll tell you this, bro. I think they should. Like, there's rules. Like, I try to whenever I thought we were gonna get Kevin Durant. I'm not gonna lie, right? I thought we were gonna get him. I try to pre-order a Spurs Kevin Durant jersey before and it didn't let me. It said that name is not allowed to be put on a jersey. So there's certain rules, I guess, of what you can put. Um, I tried to order a fucking 7 or a 35 Durant Spurs jersey, like
Mm,
custom. I paid
no.
pay everything, and they were like, "This is invalid. Like, you're not allowed to like create this jersey," which is weird. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
I could probably get on the fucking Traders Village or whatever, but I was trying to get on the NBA site. You know.
yeah, look at that for Michael Carlos. We need to get those shirts that say Puro.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm down for
Puro.
a Puro shirt. I'm down for a Puro shirt.
Not
Yeah, we
puro,
definitely
Puro.
do. Yeah, we got to get a Puro shirt. Yeah, we'll send one to Michael Carlos.
Right? When you're white,
No,
but you're
but
down with the gente, dude, you get the Puro.
yeah, no, bro. I just got to figure out the number, but I'm down for a shut up Gina. I don't know if like 7 because like 7 council members beat
Yeah.
her or that, you know what I mean? But
7-4.
I'm
Hey,
7-4. Yeah, I would love a 7-4, but I just don't know when you customize a jersey. I don't think you can put like
you
7
can't.
dash
But
4.
you
You know
know
what I
where
mean?
you
Like
can
I
get
don't
that?
know. Traders
Is
Village,
if you get it on the secondary
Marbach.
market, bro. Ah, yeah, ya
Yeah,
sabes, güey, ya
yeah, yeah,
sabes.
yeah.
You
Yeah, I
know?
might have to hit. You know what? I might have to hit up my guy, Dakota Mitchell. He might be able to do that for me.
You
He
just get it
might
stitched
Dakota
on,
Mitchell,
dude.
Campeche Company. If you never seen him and his gear, it's amazing, bro. So
Yeah,
you know what?
7-4.
You know what? I'm gonna talk to my guy Dak at Campeche. I'm gonna ask him. Do you have 7-4 set up Gina a Spurs jersey? If you can make that for me, let's do it.
Somebody, no, Tony Ornella says, I want to Spurs Jesus and Gina on a shirt that looks comical for those two morons. No, but bro. All right, dude. Well, we're gonna have to go ahead and call it. Got to get to work. I got to do my thing. It's Friday, so I don't give a damn. It's Friday, and we don't give a damn,
Hey,
dude. Yes,
hey,
sir.
thanks for everybody in the chat. Thanks for everybody watching, man. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to Mike. I know he had a job to do, and Joe, you keep us running, man. So appreciate you having me on this platform. It's
Oh
really
yeah,
a
bro.
humbling experience to be able to be out here, man. I appreciate you, big dog.
Oh yeah, appreciate you having you on the show and talking with us, man. Everybody that contributes to the show, even like people like Jeff Garcia, we've had Elias, we've even had like Chris Lehan, everybody else contribute, Matt Lerma, Matt Gomez, yourself, Carolina Teague, everybody, who's contributed and been on the show. We appreciate you guys and the number of other people that we've had on the show as well. Some of our celebrity like Goldberg, and we've had Jesse
Mm-hmm.
James Lehan,
Jane De La
some of the
Paz.
box, Danny De La Paz, some of the
Puppet, Danny De
boxers,
La
bro.
Paz, bro. Yeah, Cardenas,
Yeah,
bro. Yeah,
man.
we hey, wait, we've done some pretty good shit on this show, bro. Real
Yeah,
talk, bro.
man.
For being a little small show, bro. We're not big time. We don't have big advertisements or nothing like that, bro. We had a Frank Harris on the show, right?
Yeah, we had, dude.
Yeah, man, yeah. It's,
We've
it's
had
not
some
bad, bro.
people. We look forward
Yeah,
to having more on, bringing more
yeah,
people on the show,
absolutely,
dude.
absolutely.
Yeah, I got my eye on one guy, dude, that he's been podcasting for a little bit now. He's been in the game, and he's based out of San Marcos, dude. And he's right up your alley, dude. You and him kind of got that same flavor. You know, he likes to
Yeah.
do his show with sunglasses and a hat, you know, kind of rock some
Bro, you
ice.
already
I'm
know,
in,
bro.
bro.
Come on, bro.
I was
I
like,
gotta
hey,
have the
this is
Louis. I
Fernandez
gotta have the
doppelganger.
Louis. I got the Louis Vuitton glasses, baby. I gotta have the $500 Louis Vuitton glasses, baby.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
I was like, yeah, I said, this guy's like right up Fernandez alley right here. It's like your doppelganger. I need to get
There
you
you go.
guys on the show together, see what happens,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It'd
Let's
be
do it.
fun. All right, man. We're
Hell
going
yeah.
to see you guys. We'll see you all on Monday. Have a great weekend. We're out. Peace. Stay puro.
Stay puro. Stay puro.